Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm continuing my series of looking at classic Doctor Who. And here we have, well, a great story indeed, I'll tell you, very good. It is, well, Carnival of Monsters from 1973. Now, this is a third Doctor story. It's in the 10th anniversary year. And it's from 1973. And it's the second story of that season 10. And what a great story it is. It epitomizes the whole inventiveness and how creative Doctor Who can be. So this follows the three Doctors, and then after this is Frontier in Space. It's another great season, and also it's worth noting that this is the Doctor now free from his exile on Earth, and this is his first trip away from Earth. But of course, he's supposedly going to Metebelis 3. He keeps trying to go there. But of course, he doesn't get there. No. This is another diversion. The TARDIS, as usual, having a mind of its own. Yes. Anyhow, this is actually directed by Barry Letts. He so wanted to direct a story, and he actually got his chance to do so. He, of course, is the producer of this series. So he does a really good job as well on this. And, of course, this is written by the wonderful Robert Holmes. The script editor, though, is Terence Dix at this time as well. Letts and Dix are a good combination as well. A total, revitalization of Doctor Who, as we know from the 1970 Spearhead from Space, the new era of colour of Doctor Who. And here we are now, we've moved on. They're well into this, and it's as I always say it, the golden age of Doctor Who, and here we are. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. And Robert Holmes has once again delivered the goods. He's produced such an imaginative, original script, bearing in mind, again, the budget involved in this. So I'll just go through the cast. Of course, we've got John Pertwee as Third Doctor, Katie Manning in her last season as Jo Grant. We've got Michael Wisher playing Calic. Michael Wisher, you just hear the voice and you know, Davros. Yes, that's it. This is before Davros appearing in a role. And then we've got Leslie Dyer playing Vorg, a seasoned actor. We've got Cheryl Hall playing Sherna, and that's a real fun role. She's famous for going on to do Citizen Kane, quite a popular TV comedy series. Then we've got Peter Alladay as Petrak. Pletrak? I think that's how Pletrak, yeah. He's one of the three scheming politicians, yes, on this planet, as we say it. He was involved in The Invasion. His debut as Doctor Who, 1968, The Invasion. And he carried on and did quite a few Doctor Who stories. He's in the Doctor Who and the Solarians, 1970. Also The Ambassadors of Death. Famously, he's in City of Death, 1979, classic Tom Baker. And his last appearance in Doctor Who is Remembrance of the Daleks, which is 1988. Some great stories there. And I think the other point to mention is we've got Ian Marter. Yes, Ian Marter playing Lieutenant John Andrews. Ian Marter, of course, went on to play the wonderful Harry Sullivan. And here he is in a first appearance in Doctor Who. And another good job he does as well. But there we are. And I think I'd also like to point out that this story was chosen in the 5 Faces of the Doctor Who. 5 Faces of Doctor Who is called, transmitted on BBC Two in 1981, which went through 5 stories of Doctor Who. It was really promoting the series, and this was the 3rd Doctor story chosen. Also with the 3 Doctors as well. 3 Doctors was chosen. So just I'll throw that in, like you do. Let's see. Also, the location work, the main one of the ship, RFA Robert Dundas, and it was decommissioned after this, was the ship used, and it was filmed on the River Medway in Kent. And what a great job they did at that. They had, as I say, limited time, and as usual on these locations, and did really well at that. And also we've seen the scenes as well, the other scenes in the film, that again, they just do a brilliant thing. And the sets as well are so well done in this story. You imagine what the budget and what they achieve is amazing. Given this script, they must have wondered, how they're going to do the design, and they do a great job. The story is set on the planet Interminor, and the Doctor and Jo end up being trapped inside this miniscope. That is what it turns out to be. A miniscope is like it's like a peep show. That's where we get the idea of the fair thing. The entertainers, the 2 characters, Vogue and Schöner, are like the entertainment, and they have done this. They've got this miniscope which has collected various specimens of creatures, which was outlawed by the Time Lords. And the Doctor is outraged by that. They've still got a machine like this with these life forms miniaturized into this machine. Anyhow, that's where they are. And they first are trapped on board this SS Bernice, and it's 1922. And of course, first you think, they've gone back in time. But then the story starts repeating itself, and, the characters just keep repeating the same actions within the same day. And of course, they realise that Ollie's not right. That is very well done, I must admit, because you've got that colonial past of Britain and, the Empire. And it's all there, just in these characters. It's wonderfully done, absolutely wonderful. And Robert Holmes' script is just fantastic, spot on. And then we go into other areas in the story. You see, it's landed on this planet, Interminor, and these entertainers have come along, the 2 characters, and we've got the scheming politicians there, and then we've got like these sort of workers who are sort of just treated as almost like slaves. And they're doing this job of unpacking the cargo, and then we get the story. And the politicians are scheming away, and they want to, 2 of them certainly see it as a chance to overthrow the leadership in this story. So this is what makes the story brilliant. You've got a lot of strands in the story, and it all comes together in a really good way. And also, there's a lot of humor. The humor is in the fairground kind of attraction, and these politicians don't really understand it. They're above all these things, and you get some really funny scenes and some funny remarks. But there's a lot saying about lots of issues involved as usual. Robert Holmes is such a clever writer, and I think this story really stands out from that. And we see these creatures called the Drashigs, which are like prehistoric monster kind of characters which pop up. Also, we see within the machine the Ogrons, no Daleks, and we see a Cyberman as well. So that's just a bit of interest thrown in. This is a great story, isn't it? I really love it. If you want to pick perhaps a story that highlights the creativity and how wonderful Robert Holmes was at writing scripts, as we know, as we go into the Fourth Doctor as well, some wonderful scripts. Here he is producing a great script once again for the Third Doctor. This is a story as well that I think has always intrigued me, and I've always really had quite a love for this. I remember seeing it actually being transmitted as well, and absolutely loving it then. It just feels very fresh and creative, and I think it's reasonably well. It's never high, but it's never low on fans' favourite stories. But I would put this as one of my favourite stories as well. Mind you, they all are, most of them. But I just appreciate that it's something different. I mean, it just stands out. And all the elements, once again, have come together really well. I mean, this is another great season, but they're all great seasons, aren't they? But, for a show that is 10 years old, in its 10th anniversary year, it's really hitting the stride now. It's just a wonderful, well-organised, creative team producing this wonderful program. And the ratings show it, the popularity of the Doctor. This is it. It's all here. If you've not seen this, why not? You should see this. Yes. Just a quick word about this. This is the first edition of the DVD that was released in 2002. Sorry, just a quick thing. On VHS, it was released in 1995. By then, it was in the the episodic format on the VHS. A special edition was also released in 2011, which includes the documentary about them making it, a new documentary. And also, just a quick word, it's included on this, the Season 10 Doctor Who Collection box set, which includes that special documentary. Great. If you want to see it in Blu-ray, this is a great to see it. You may not be able to get this now, but you can probably get the Blu-ray ordinary standard release. Well worth getting. I always plug these if I've got them. There they are. And this is just the standard DVD. You probably could pick this up really cheap, and probably the special edition one as well. It's just the standard. We've got the the normal tape, and you always get this lovely just giving you information, this leaflet on there. Great disc, great story, highly recommended. That's it. There's my review. More Doctor Who, classic Doctor Who is definitely on the way. Yes. So, I'm going to say, please subscribe if you're interested in when we produce these videos. Also, if you like it, give it a like. It costs note and it helps with algorithms, they say, and more people then can watch these videos and see if they like them. Might not. I don't know. Yeah. Anyhow, that's what it says. Anyhow, and also if you've got any comments, please just put some comments there. I always try and answer them, and that's it really. All I've got to say is, I'll see thee, and I'll see thee again.